Hey! The cops are on their way. Get out of here. I don't think these guys are going anywhere anytime soon. Just get out of here. Thanks, George. What are sidekicks for? Hey, your fingerprint! Sometimes I gotta remind the man that I need a bucket. Okay. I know what this looks like. So do I. Looks like you're a hero. That's exactly what this looks like. You know, you don't really get to think in a situation like that. Your instinct takes over. You see something wrong going down. Well, at least someone's getting the credit.
Do I detect a hint of jealousy?
No. Well, it'll be nice to get a thank you now and then, sure.
Or a basket muffin, so cute to be.
It's like with Detective Cordero. I pulled him out of a burning van, and he still treats me like I'm that guy on the boardwalk who draws cartoons of tourists holding surfboards.
Well, if it's a little positive attention you want, then why don't you turn off the TV?
Good idea.
It just doesn't make sense. You bowled 3 perfect games in a row, and you haven't rubbed it in my face or taped the score sheet to my door. Who are you, and what have you done with my brother?
I thought having these powers was cool because I was finally good at stuff. But the problem is, I'm really good at stuff.
Wow. Sounds awful.
It's not even fun playing games with my friends anymore. Don't even get me started about trying to find things to talk about. It's like I have to pretend to be the old JJ just to have something in common with him.
Sounds like the problem isn't you, it's your friends.
What do you mean?
You need a sidekick. Somebody who can keep up with your super brain.
Great. Why don't I just run down to Geniuses R Us and pick one up?
Well, why don't you ask Katie where she hangs out? When she's not dating Mr. Tall, Dark, and Creepy.
You tried to read his mind again, didn't you?
Tried being the operative word. I don't get it. I can't get in.
Maybe your powers are on the fritz, like what happened to Dad.
Or maybe something's up with him.
You can't expect her to open up to me overnight.
I can expect whatever the hell I want. It's a question of what you're able to deliver.
Dr. Powell trusts Katie. And as soon as Katie trusts me, I'll be able to find out everything you want to know about their research.
Just know this. I didn't get to where I am by being patient. I'll have to call you back. Dr. Childs. If memory serves, when you were relieved of your duties here at Global Tech, you were also relieved of your access card, which could make your being here a bit of a problem, legally speaking.
I found the solution you've been working on. Trace Trocetum coronis with a phenethylamine cocktail. Funny, it doesn't seem to correlate with any of the experimentation that's been approved by the board.
Francis, you're delusional.
While I appreciate your diagnosis, I think I'll seek out a second opinion. Say from the DEA or the FDA or any number of government agencies that might be interested in finding out what you've been up to here.
You mean what we've been up to? After all, it's you that was working on a team studying that plant. And it's you who co-signed on millions of dollars worth of testing requests.
You son of a bitch.
I would suggest that we get past the threats and the calling of names and move on to the part where you walk away, never to be heard from again.
Excuse me.
Hey, Detective, what about your accident? How you feeling? Well, lucky. I don't know where I'd be if that guy hadn't pulled me out of the van. Sounds like a real hero.
Yeah. He saved my life. I don't even know who he is. But you know what? I'm gonna do everything I can to find out.
Thank you. Please. Hey, man, I'm sorry it took so long for me to get here, but my phone has been blowing up with interview requests.
Well, you might want to ease up on the press tour, George.
Why?
I know the cops think this is open and shut, but there might be more to this case than we first thought. Look, been poking around. Turns out these guys that knocked over the cleaners were all career criminals with a history of bank robberies.
Well, then I did a good thing because their careers are over completely.
You mean we did a good thing?
Hey, of course we. Look, Jim, I know this seems weird, me getting credit for your save, but I'm only going along with this to protect you, okay? Because the minute your secret identity loses its secret, you are in for a whole mess of trouble.
This is what you asked for, Detective. I pulled this footage from a traffic camera near your van accident. It's pretty blurry, but we can run it through an image enhancer. We should get you close enough to make a positive ID on the man who saved you.
Run it.
For the last time, the Larsen B ice shelf shattered and separated from the continent due to increased warming. Excuse me, kid, are you sure you're in the right place?
Is this 40.875 latitude at longitude negative 124.158? Smart People's Club?
I guess you're in the right place. When was the last time the Antarctic Peninsula increased 5 degrees, 0.5 Celsius? I'm not sure what the
exact number, so...
Queen to e5. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
You mind? Queen captures rook c5. Checkmate. If you want to play so badly, why don't you take next game? I mean, if you think you can beat me. Natalie, what's your name?
JJ.
Okay, JJ, do you start with your knights and bishops, or do you dwell on a pawn opening?
She's off.
Katie, never seen anyone so happy developing taxonomies before. Unless, of course, it's not the taxonomies you're happy about. Okay, I'm never sure where the line is of too much information for you. This is about Will? Yes. I have not felt this way about a guy since Comic-Con 06 when I fell for the cutest metrosexual Wookiee. Okay, there's the line. I just really like him. He makes me feel like the highest point in the electromagnetic spectrum.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Oh my God, Dr. King. What happened to your cheek?
Yes. My face was met with an ex-employee holding a most passionate grudge.
Are you talking about Dr. Childs?
That would be the one.
I knew he was high-strung, but I never suspected he was capable of violence.
Since his termination, Dr. Childs has become unglued. So, please take extra precautions. If you see Dr. Childs, notify security immediately.
All right.
Hello there.
If you're picking up, we're gonna need a ticket.
No, ma'am. I'm here with the Pacific Bay Police Department, and I'm here to follow up on your robbery.
I was so lucky. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if this man hadn't saved me. Mr. St. Cloud is a hero. It's a very flattering photo, don't you think?
Yes, adorable. I got some questions for you. According to your statement, the men came in here with handguns and left with only the cash in the register.
That and some dry cleaning.
They stole someone's dry cleaning?
Oh yeah, I just realized it this morning. His name is, Paul Perillo. But I told that to the detectives already about how the 4 men held me.
4 men. Arrest report says they booked 3.
Oh, well, I only know what happened. But I do have one question for you. Do you happen to know if Mr. St. Cloud is single?
I am single. Just take one really special lady to change all that.
George, what's going on around here?
Good Morning Pacific Bay wanted to do my segment down here in the precinct. You know, for the ambience, kind of like a hero of the week kind of thing.
No, I get it. I'm glad you're here. I want to talk to you. Something's not adding up about this case.
Can you just give me 1 second?
Excuse me.
I spoke to the woman who owns the cleaners to get this. She says there was a 4th gunman that night.
Well, the lady's confused because I only took down. Sorry, you only took down 3 guys.
What if he got away before we got there?
Jim, listen to me. You ever read that issue of Superman where Superman's chasing around those jaywalkers?
No.
Neither have I, because superheroes have better things to do.
Look, I tracked down the address of the guy whose dry cleaning was stolen. Just do me a favor. Talk to him, do your lawyer thing, see if he's hiding something.
I need my hero. Sorry, you'll have to wait. Guy needs his hero.
Am I interrupted? Oh, Daph. No, your mom just had to run out for a second. I actually wanted to talk to you. To me? Okay, well, how may I help you? Besides encouraging you to avoid stripes. Oh no, she just read my mind, right? If you are in here, those jeans are super cute. I actually wanted to talk about boys. Okay. Had a hard time figuring them out lately. Right. And Will, he seems so great. I know. That I wanted some advice on where I can find somebody like that. Do you know the odds of meeting a single, down-to-earth, heterosexual male with impeccable fingernails? I mean, it's technically rhetorical. But I could formulate an answer using the appropriate research. I'm just curious where you met him. Through friends. Internet friends? An online dating site? Oh, must send a thank you note to ratedate.com. Anything else? Ratedate.com. That's where she met Will.
But that's impossible. I created that online dating profile. The guy doesn't exist without me.
Well, unfortunately, he does. Katie is dating a real live man. How do you explain that, Mr. Geppetto?
I don't know. Why can't you just read Will's thoughts and find out what's up with him?
I tried that, remember?
Right. Maybe both our powers are on the fritz.
What do you mean, both our powers?
I needed mine today, and they didn't work. As soon as I started talking to this girl, she was super cool. Super hot. Like a 14-year-old Katie. I wanted to kiss her so bad.
JJ, gross!
Would you stop? My mind
private area. Wait, what if your powers won't work with pretty girls? Wanting to kiss her turns her into your kryptonite.
You think that's what it is? My brain gets too distracted?
I don't know if it's your brain, but in the meantime, ask yourself the following question. How am I supposed to explain to Mom that Katie is dating your fictional creation?
Dr. Powell.
You shouldn't be here, Francis. And after you attacked Dr. King,
What are you talking about?
I saw what you've been doing to Space.
There's no touched him. You have to believe me. They're gaslighting me.
I understand why you might feel that way.
You think I'm crazy. But you don't have to take my word for any of this. Okay? The answers are all in here. Test it. Test it, then you'll know the truth. Open your eyes, Dr. Powell. Everything is not as it seems. This evidence will cause you to question everything you know to be true. You may try to convince yourself it's not happening, but it won't matter. Because the facts will speak for themselves. Powell.
You want to see me?
Hell yeah, I did.
Love?
What you been doing? Secret?
Secret?
Cut the crap, Powell.
I got the whole thing on videotape. It was you. You saved my life.
What? Last week, the collision, you pulled me out of that van. At first, I couldn't figure out why you didn't say something. You know, I mean, why keep quiet about it? And then I realized, it's been under my nose this whole time. You want to be anonymous.
You're not some Gloria. I don't like your friends saying come out, man. You are a real hero.
You know, I know I bust your hump a little, but the truth is that you are more cop than half the guys in this precinct. And whatever you need, I'm here for you.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I could use the rest of the day off, do some personal business.
Consider it done.
Okay, George, I guess you're busy. Just on my way to talk to that guy with the missing dry cleaning, but I could use a little navigation help here. George. You know what? I have GPS right here on my phone. So who needs you, George?
Turn right and proceed 62 meters.
Meters. Looks like yards, right?
You have arrived at your destination.
Mr. Perlow,
Yeah?
I'm with your insurance company,
Oh, my insurance company?
and I have a few questions to ask about your recent theft. Any idea why anyone would steal your dry cleaning?
No, none. I mean, who'd want old work uniforms anyway?
Work uniforms. Whoa. What is it that you do, Mr. Perlow?
I work for the transit authority, train conductor.
I know you're concerned, but you don't need to be. Will may be a little shy, but he seems lovely. But what do you really know about him, Mom? Did you know that Katie met him online? No. So, I don't think he is who he says he is. Sweetie, everyone exaggerates online. I believe it's part of the implied social contract of internet dating. That's not what I meant. Will didn't exaggerate his profile. It isn't real. I guess you could say that JJ kind of created him. Or created his profile, to be precise. So JJ faked Will's profile? I don't get it. I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But if Will is pretending to be someone else, we have to ask ourselves why. What are his motives? Does it have something to do with our powers? This is unbelievable. I know. No, it's unbelievable because I don't believe it. You know, just because your world is crazy, it doesn't mean that everybody else's is. Sometimes things, they just are what they are.
And this case is one of them. Well, what if it's not? What if the dry cleaning heist was just a warm-up for the main event?
What, like knocking off a laundromat?
No, maybe they stole the uniform so they could rob a train or something.
What if they have a choo-choo fetish?
Look, what these guys gonna do? They're already in jail. One of them got away. All the guy has to do is recruit. Seriously, for a moment, let's consider the possibility.
That you have your own motives. That maybe you don't want me to be with Will because if I had a personal life, then I wouldn't be available to you 24/7. Oh, that's ridiculous. Testing your powers and tutoring JJ and checking on your kids when you're out celebrating your anniversary. I thought you liked helping me. Well, I do, mostly, but at times like this, I just need to say
That I don't have time for this right now.
I gotta be dressed in downtown in 45 minutes. For what?
The what ceremony?
City Council's giving me a plaque or something. So, instead of stopping one crime, you want to get an award for not stopping another one. That's good work, hero.
You know, how about this theory? I think the reason you keep spinning this dry cleaning thing is because you're jealous. What? I think you're pissed because someone around here is finally getting a little credit, and that someone is not you.
It's not true, George. Up until the other day.
I thought we were a team. Of course you do. Team Stephanie. But even though there's no I in team, there's a big I in Stephanie. And there's the pH, which we both know in chemistry is a measure of acidity. Wait, what? So I just wished for once that you would consider...
Where'd you be without me? You think getting powers turned you into a superhero? No! Having someone believe in you did that. Without me, you'd be a really strong guy with an impressive list of party tricks.
If that's the way you really feel, then why have you been doing all this?
I'm kind of asking myself the same question.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that maybe it's time we took a break.
Find yourself another sidekick.
That's the way you feel.
I do. Well, fine.
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 Hey,
JJ, hey.
what are you working on?
My statistics homework from the Saturday class I'm taking at the university. A little stuck on this problem.
Well, you found the right guy. Why don't you take a look? Let's see.
So, what do you think?
I think that I've kind of got a girl problem.
You got a girl?
No, but I met one at my genius club. The thing is, when I try to use my powers to impress her, my brain just doesn't work.
You feel like you can't perform. Brain-wise, I mean.
Exactly. She's so pretty. And every time I look at her, it feels like the blood rushes out of my head and into my...
Got it.
So what do I do?
Sometimes it helps to trick your brain by thinking of something other than how she makes you feel. Like, think of baseball stats. Some guys think of like batting averages, RBIs, that kind of thing.
Maybe I should do that too. Download my brain with baseball stats. Thanks, Dad.
You look like you had my day.
Katie, we kind of had our first fight.
Me and George, too. You kind of quit.
What? Really?
Maybe it's for the best. There's no rule that says sidekicks have to last forever, right? I mean, Batman could have traded in Robin for some other guy.
Even if you wanted to trade in George, who could you replace him with?
Jim, what can I do for you, buddy? Hey, come here, have a seat. Hey, how was your day off? Everything go all right? How about a cookie, huh? For my niece's quinceañera, they're fresh.
No, just use the time that you gave me yesterday to help my son with his homework.
Look at that, a hero and a family man.
Yeah. I was just helping him with his research project on the local transit system, and he asked me if any of the trains had ever been robbed before, and I said if anyone would know that, it would be you.
Well, yeah, I mean, a few years back, some guys hit the Pacific Bay Transit Authority's money train.
Money train, what's
It's like an armored car, but, you know, a train. And it transports the city's cash intake to Central Deposit downtown.
well, how did the robbers gain access?
They dress like conductors, they smuggled their weapons into Transit Authority duffels, and nobody even gave them a second look.
Wow, disguised as conductors, huh? Fascinating. Well, my son's report's gonna be chock full of information. Hey, thanks, Detective.
Frank.
All right, this is serum test 1. Subject, Radis Tanizumi. Subject has received an injection of 0.3 cc of the serum provided by Dr. Childs. With no discernible effects. Dr. Childs? Stephanie Powell. I just injected a rat.
No, not on the phone.
What?
This is a secure line. Come to my apartment.
Should I be a little paranoid?
It's not paranoia when the danger is for you. Dr. Powell, don't tell anyone you're coming. You look upset.
Dr. Powell and I had a little spat. She planted some doubts in my mind. It's stupid.
Well, if it was stupid, it wouldn't be bothering you, right? Come on, you can tell me.
So, Dr. Powell, this is the stupid part. She doesn't think that you are who you say you are. I mean, if she wanted me to dump you, she could at least come up with something believable. Like, you're married.
Not married.
Or a commitment phobe.
No, not that either.
Or a Wiccan. Oh, not that there's anything wrong with being a Wiccan. That wasn't.
No. It's not what I was.
But here is the other thing.
She's right. Look, you remember the night that we met? I was staying at the bar, and I saw you sitting alone. And every time that somebody arrived, you'd look up hopefully. I wanted you to look at me that way. So we just walked over to you.
And then I just assumed you were my online date.
I'm sorry. He's been telling me not telling you this. So don't be mad at Dr. Val. Right? She was just looking out for you.
So I guess your name isn't really Will.
Sorry.
No, it's Joshua.
Joshua. Well, it's nice to meet you, Joshua.
That's my boss. This is Joshua. I'll be right there. Guess I'm sorry again.
Yeah, just wanted to let you know everything's under control. Turns out Detective Cardero is extremely helpful on the potential train heist, so you just go and enjoy your awards ceremony. Frank and I have this one under control. Turkey Club. Someone call security! Guys trying to steal our lunch!
It was rather quick, Dr. Powell. It's faster than humanly possible.
Can I give you some advice, Doctor? This is happening. The best thing that you can do is let it. What are those? Those are the pills you've chosen to end your life with. Best 2 out of 3.
No offense, JJ. You seem like a really nice guy, but
It's not a smart one. And there's not much danger of me beating you, I guess.
you know, JJ, there's nothing wrong with being an average guy.
Average. Batting average. Earned run average.
Old.
Figured I'd use the Sicilian defense.
Most kids do.
Yeah, well, I'm not those kids. Checkmate. Sorry, I didn't.
No, it's fine. Just unexpected. Dr. Giles. Francis? Francis? Oh my god.
It's Call of Duty.
Pacific Bay police responded today after an unknown assailant attacked 3 train conductors on their way to work. The victims could provide no
Jim.
reason for the attack, which created massive delays when police closed down Union
That is not
Station
cool, man.
to conduct a manhunt for the assailant.
Can't believe how badly I screwed up.
My instincts have never been this wrong before.
You know what? The problem wasn't your instincts, but your intel.
What do you mean?
A superhero is only as good as his sidekick, and Cordero, well, he ain't no George St. Cloud, you know what I'm saying? Now, a grade A sidekick would know that on the first Tuesday of every month, the money train makes its run from Central Station, not Union Station, which also happens to be when they make their deposit into the Federal Bank downtown.
But today's the first Tuesday of the month.
You don't say. What are you waiting for? Go, I'll be in your ear the whole way.
Wait. Aren't you supposed to be getting some sort of award or something?
Like the key to the city? Now, what would I do with some key that don't open nothing? You go? Like hot. Like go right now. Bye.
All right, George. I see the train, but it's already left the station.
Well, then stop it.
It's a train, George.
You can stop cars, you can stop bullets.
Okay, let me put it this way. It's a train, George.
Will you trust your sidekick? Think of it as a really big car on tracks, okay? You can do this.
Okay, I'm here. Standing in front of the train. It's going 50 miles an hour.
Jim, I can't stop the train myself. All I can do is trust that you can.
Here it comes.
I love you, man.
What? Don't say I love you. People only say that just before someone...
Jim! Yo, Jim!
Holy... Hey!
So it's like that, huh?
Boom! Yeah!
Hi, Daphne. Is your mother home?
No, something came up at work.
Oh, that's all right. I came by to talk with her, but I think you'll do just fine. This is all my fault. I discovered that Dr. Childs was continuing Dr. Volson's genome research. Stephanie, he was doing human trials. I tried to put a stop to it, but his life was his work. If there is a silver lining, I found Childs' last set of research notes. Look at this. It seems like his work was right on the verge of bearing fruit.
His research may have been leading to a cure for any number of degenerative illnesses, genetic defects. Are you planning on continuing with this research?
Ethically, within appropriate scientific boundaries, yes. But I was hoping I wouldn't be doing it alone.
I guess you pretending to be somebody else is kind of romantic.
Well, I'm glad you can see my side of it. And I appreciate you being protective of Katie. Now you know I am too.
Of course. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I guess I really misread you.
Thank you for hearing me out.
Who are you calling, Daphne?
Stay away from me! Stay away from me!
You've been trying to read my mind for days, haven't you? Did you finally find a way to get past my defenses?
I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you want, but get out of my house!
It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. If I were going to, I would have done it already. You're not alone, Daphne. There are others out there. You and your family, you're the only ones whose powers seem to be permanent. And I'm just trying to figure out why. So I can be like you.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Then who does? Does your mother? Dr. Jamie's very interested in her. If you only knew how truly